So that's the best part of the story. Oh, but wait, there's more. A few months later, they move out. They move old Clevie to Double T's. If you've ever seen an old school precast building with the double haunches, that's a panel. That's a panel. That's a panel. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it doesn't matter. You've seen it. If you do, you've seen it. They move him out there to Double T's, and he gets run the fuck over by a tucker. Now, a tucker is a concrete, we're not going to call it a truck. It's more of a concrete combine without the head. So you're sitting in a cab, and you've got a hopper full of concrete, and you've got an auger. We used it a lot for face mixes, but they used them on Double T's because they worked real well, because you could just put it right where just right where you wanted it. Not a lot of moving it around by hand. So these things weighed a lot loaded, and they ran that motherfucker right up the middle. And he lived. Backed right over top of him, and he lived. After that, we decided that Cleve really was immortal, and he was bitten by a vampire to get that way, because any of us simple folk would have died if our guts came out our buttholes like a goddamn party favor. But old Clevie, no. Clevie Dracul Johnson, he lived. Bless his heart. I don't know how, but he sure did. Other than he was bitten by a vampire, and now he's immortal. Also, side note, I talked to my friend Tim Wheeler a few years back. He worked with me out there. He's not there anymore, but he told me that there were actually people that worked there that doubted the existence of Cleve Johnson. Like he was a fable or a tall tale, like Pecos Bill or John Henry or like Johnny Appleseed, where there's a little bit of reality in the story, but it didn't happen. I'm telling you all, it fucking happened. I was there. The son of a bitch told me he was bit by a vampire. Goddamn, Reed, that's delicious. I could eat a steak and have that for dessert. Oh, that's so good. Well, hey, man, I hope that my GoPro works and that flashing red light is not a bad indication. Anyway, thanks for playing along.